Welcome back to another episode of Earth to Rocco. Today's video is for my fellow vegans who had to give up cheese. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the vegan mozzarellas you find at the store. They have a strange flavor that doesn't remind me of cheese. Being a former cheese lover, I had to find a solution. Today I'll show you how to make your own vegan mozzarella at home in a super easy way. This cheese comes out super stretchy and you can use it on pizza, in sandwiches, in French onion soup, which I'll be making next week, and anything else you used to like having mozzarella with.
Okay, let's start pulling the cheese strings.
I don't want to say let's start pulling the cheese strings. Okay, let's start pulling the cheese strings. I'm starting with a 1/4 cup of raw cashews. I put these in a pot of boiling water for 15 minutes to soften them. Alternatively, you can soak them in water for a few hours. This works best in a high-speed blender. If you don't have a high-speed blender, you can use a regular blender, you'll just have to blend it a bit more. I'm using my NutriBullet. To the cashews, I'm gonna add a teaspoon of salt, a clove of garlic, a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, 2 teaspoons of nutritional yeast. That's gonna give it the cheesy flavor. I'm using 2.5 tablespoons of tapioca starch. The tapioca starch is what's gonna make your cheese stretchy. The last ingredient is 1 cup of hot water. Now we're just gonna blend this until it's smooth. Right now you'll find the mixture is very liquidy. So we're gonna take it to the stove to cook it and thicken it up. The first thing I'm gonna do is add my mixture to a sauce pot. Now I'm gonna turn the stove on to a medium-high heat. Don't plan on leaving the stove because you're gonna have to stir this constantly. If you don't stir this, you'll find that it'll stick to the pot really quickly. We don't wanna burn our mozzarella. So we're just gonna keep mixing this up until it thickens. So now our cheese is nice and stretchy. So you can let this cool for a little bit before you use it, but I'm gonna store it. I'm just gonna remove it from the heat. You can use this mozzarella right away, but I'm gonna store it in a container in the fridge to use later. Look at how nice and stretchy that is. Let's try this while it's warm. That's really delicious. So I cut the cheese. And I put some on 2 slices of bread. I'm gonna try to melt this in the oven and see how it comes out. This is better than any vegan mozzarella cheese you can buy. The taste and texture is exactly like the real thing. This homemade mozzarella has the perfect texture, the perfect consistency, and a really good flavor. Thank you for joining me in creating this delicious homemade vegan mozzarella. If you liked today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with my latest vegan recipes. Head on over to earthtorocco.com for the ingredients and instructions for today's vegan mozzarella and more.
Why aren't there any dad jokes in this video?
Why?
Because they're too cheesy. Get it? Cheesy?
Yeah, okay. Bye.